You clicked on this video probably because you want to learn how to make your photos look cooler, whether you're going to post them on Instagram, you know, give them to your mom or something. You want to learn how to edit them on Lightroom. So basically what we're going to do in this tutorial is go from this look to this look, this look to this look. Basically, I've been seeing a lot of these videos pop up on my recommended, you know, how I edit my photos on Lightroom and all that stuff. So I thought I'd join in and, you know, make my own little take. Just a disclaimer, I currently have, let me check. Okay, I just took a screenshot of it. I'll put it in the video. I currently have 263 followers on Instagram and I follow 263 people. So basically, no one really knows me. So I'm just like a average photographer. I'm not like a professional. I kind of just picked up photography recently. So yeah, I'm learning how to use Lightroom still. So this is just how I will use it. Just want to let you know that before you continue this video. Anyways, so we'll continue onto the screen. So basically I start off with looking at the picture and you can see that, like, you know, it looks basic. There's really nothing going on to it. But what I first do is I always scroll down and then I go to the blue primary right here. Basically why I do this is because when you bring it, the hue all the way down, it kind of gives it that orange and teal look. Oh yeah, sorry if you can hear my laptop. I don't know, every time I use an Adobe program, it just like starts, you know, making weird fan noises. Anyways, so yeah, I basically do this to the blue, so it brings up the teals and the oranges, and I always start off like that so I know what I'm working with. And then I usually scroll up to the exposure, and then even when, I don't know, I basically just always bring up my exposure first to know what I'm working with, and then I usually bring up the contrast to give, you know, so you can see here, here, and basically it gives it the photo a little more depth. And then after that, this is what I usually do. I start off with my highlights. I bring it all the way to 100. Then I bring my shadows all the way down to 0. Bring my whites all the way to 100. And then I usually do my blacks as -50. So you're probably looking at this and you're like, what the fuck? Why does it look like this? Yeah, it's the canvas. We're gonna start working with it, okay? So then I usually bring up this, the clarity. This is like my favorite thing about Lightroom. It's a lot of people's, I don't know, like when you bring it up, it just makes it all look all sharp and stuff. But for now, we're just gonna leave it at like 25. Yeah, we'll just leave it at 25 for now. And then for this look, I'm going for the wannabe visco kind of type vibe. So we're gonna bring down the saturation to, let's just bring it down to -25. I'll probably reference to this picture more, you know, just cause that's what I'm going for, that kind of look. I don't really do presets and stuff like that. Like you can see I have a few. I just saved this as wannabe visco because, yeah, I don't know. I like to edit each picture differently, but this is kind of a cool little thing I did. So yeah. After that, we're gonna work on the tone curve. This is, I don't know, on a lot of tutorials they say that this is like the key, and I guess it's the key, but I usually just start off in the middle and then bring it down a little bit. I'll make another one. Okay, I don't know. Bring that like that. Bring that up a little bit. You can see the road. And then this part is, oh. Okay, hold on. Okay, now that I'm back, I figured it out. I don't know why I was messing up. Anyways, you usually take this point and then you bring it up, and this gives you the, okay, not like that, but it gives you that faded look. You know, a lot of Instagram people use that fade. So yeah, we're gonna give that. It's basically the shadows, and then you click this and it brings you down to the region section. I don't know, I'm still learning how to use Lightroom a little better. Like I learn more and more each day, so if you guys know anything, you can leave it in the comments and tell me if I'm like screwing things up, but this is how my workflow is. So then I usually don't really know what I do with the highlights. I go down, up, see like what looks nice. So I guess that looks nice, I guess. And then you bring up the lights because you want to see the rest of the photo, like a little bit in the back, because everything is kind of like blown out. Like the back is totally blown out right now, and then it's really dark right here. But don't worry, we'll fix that. So then we go to the lights. I bring up the lights so you can see the road a little more. And then yeah, I'll bring up the shadows to give it that fade-ish kind of vibe. Or I guess I'll bring the high. Well, you can't. I don't know. I can't even fucking tell the difference. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Okay, and then I go to the color, and then I usually look at the saturation, and it usually depends on the photo. I don't really have like a specific thing I do, so I'll just zoom in, and then I'll give it a little bit of saturation. And then mainly I want to go to the blues, and then Don't want to completely make them go away, but you know, put them down a little bit. Or actually, I'll bring it up. Okay, now that that's all done, I usually just add some artificial sharpening. I put it to 30. I don't know why, that's just what I do. And I usually, oh yeah, I always remove the chromatic aberration just because the lenses might have it. Some people usually do this to like adjust the warping, but I really don't care. I guess it looks kind of cool. Nah, I didn't do it before, so I'm not gonna do it this time. And then the dehazer, I don't really know what that does. I guess it's for like clouds. Like if you take pictures of clouds, it kind of dehazes it, yeah. But I'll probably just put this at 1, just cause. And then grain, I usually never add grain, but I'm thinking about adding 30, so you can't really tell right now, but when you zoom in, you can see it a little bit. Yeah, okay. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, well shit, you did everything, so how are you gonna make it look like that photo? Well, we're getting there. So, first thing I do is I use this. Is this a mask? Well, I don't know. I usually just add this thing. I think it's a something. I don't even know what it's called, honestly. But I usually add that. Well, for this photo, I'll add it right here since it's dark. And then I'll just bump up the exposure a little bit so you can see more. You can drag it around. Basically, my goal is to... Okay, whoa, why is it doing that? Let's see this. Can I... Yeah, basically I want to make the road pop out a little more. Or like all the dark sides, I add another one over here. Wow, my computer is making a lot of noise right now. Yeah, so I'll just bump that up. So you can kind of see over here. Okay, we'll click done. You can kind of see over here how when I did that, you know, you can see a little more of the road over there, or whatever, that parking lot area. And then we'll add another mask, like right here-ish. This is just what I do. Usually, it's all different. There's probably many ways to do this, and there's probably a better way. But yeah, this is what I'm comfortable with. Okay, well, you get the idea of what I'm doing. But then you're probably like, okay, well, you kind of made it a little better, but the sky is still kind of blown out. So what I do is I usually take this brush and I bump it up super big. And then I just color over this, kind of. Just trying to get everything. And then I mess with the exposure, so I'll bring this down a little bit, or all the way. And then you don't really want to, I guess you could add some contrast, but I don't add too much. And then you want to bring down the highlights because it gets rid of the clouds and you can see more of the background color. And then I add a little bit of clarity, just a little bit. And you can dehaze it, get some color. And then I usually add a little bit more saturation, just so you get more of the color. And then from there you can like bring up the whites, bring down the whites. I'll probably just leave it, or yeah, let's just leave it. And then the blacks, I don't know, I don't touch that stuff. Anyways, you can mess with the white balance, you know, give it a little more color. Or depending on what kind of temperature you want. And then from here, we can see that there's like a little overcast. So then, like what we did up here doesn't, like it kind of went over to the actual, you know, skyline. So what I do from there is I go back to the brush and then I hit erase. And then you can just highlight over what you want to, you know, whatever you want. So it's not part of the other thing you just did. Sorry. Yeah, so I'll just bump up that exposure. Not too much. Yeah, a little bit. And then you can be picky if you want and then go through everything. I'm probably not going to do that because I already did it to this picture. And my computer's lagging a little bit right now. Okay, hello. And yeah, you just highlight that and then you can zoom out. Zoom out, and then you kind of, you know, you're kind of getting to see what I do. Okay, the other one, the other photo looks way better in my opinion because I took a lot of time trying to do this. But basically you get what I'm saying in a way. We'll go over to the masks and then you can click this and you can redo the exposure, you know, bring it down a little bit if you want. And then right here, that's pretty bright, what the fuck? Okay, hold on. Click edit, okay, no. Okay, we'll just go over this street area right here and then we'll bring down the exposure. Not too much though, because you don't want it to look weird. But let's be real, half of the people that are watching this are probably just gonna be uploading their pictures on Instagram, so you can't really tell. Yeah, it was a little choppy, but you can kind of get the idea of what I was going for. Kind of, hopefully. Yeah, so from here you just, I don't know, whatever you want to do really, just touch up, go over the parts that you don't want. This is just what I do because I don't know, I'm not sure on, like, because I want one look but I also want another look, so then I just mask off the certain areas so I can edit individually. There's probably a better way to do this, but this is what I do. Yeah, this looks really shitty, but just imagine it looks like this. This might look shitty to you too, but I think it looks kind of cool. So yeah, I basically just took a lot of time going over the edges, making sure that everything was the way I liked it. So yeah, this is pretty bad. Let's just pretend that this is the final product of what I did. Basically, here, I'll even go over here and then show you everything. Let's see, okay, no, that's not what I want to do. Basically, my tone curve looked like this. You can see all this stuff. Okay, tone curve looked a little different on the other one, but that's okay. You know, trial and error, you know. It's always good to not rely on someone else's preset because, you know, you're different. You don't want to be like everyone else. Plus, I don't know, I think it's kind of stupid to pay for that stuff when you can just make it on your own. You know, keep working at it. And then, yeah, you just look at all this. Basically, you know how I said I bumped up the highlights to 100, shadows to 0, or negative 100? It's like, that's just what I do to start my whole process. After that, you can see I fine-tuned, you know, wanted to get it perfect. I left the whites at 100 because that's just what I like. Didn't really mess with the vibrance. I guess you could bring it up, but I don't know, I didn't really want to go for that look. I don't really enjoy over-editing, but this is kind of over-edited in a way. I just thought it looked nice, you know. Just do what you think looks nice. That's basically all editing photos are. You know, be yourself. Yeah, we're not gonna look at the other one, but okay, just pretend it looks like this. And yeah, if you guys like this, I might do more. I don't know. I've never done this kind of video before. My photos aren't the best. Like I said, I got into photography this summer. I've always been into video, and I will put out more videos, promise. But yeah, if you guys want this preset, I can, like, you know, put it in the bio or something, and then maybe I'll sell it, maybe I'll give it to you for free. But you kind of saw all my settings, so you can just figure it out yourself, honestly. But yeah, besides that, I'll just see you guys in the next video. Psych. What the fuck?
Got my finger on the trigger. She can be my broad, and I can be her nigga, but